Hello and welcome. So in this video, we're going to explore a little bit about dreaming, and I'm going to guide you into some suggestions and tips that work for me, that can help you maybe settle into a bedtime routine so that you are able to dream. That's one. Two is to remember your dreams. And three is to wake up so that you are feeling refreshed rather than, you know, gross or exhausted or feeling like you've been doing a lot of work in the night, which can be very true depending on your dream state. So first I'll just say, I'm not a dream expert. I might use some words or terms, but I focus really on my own experience, what other people have shared with me that works for them. And I will say my experience with dreaming, with, if you want to call it astral projection or just dreaming consciously, I have quite experience in that. So just really quickly, I'll share. Since I was little, I have always experienced very vivid dreams, nightmares that, stayed with me even when I was awake. I was just very afraid because of how vivid my nightmares were. Right around, I want to say 10 years old was when I started to, borrow books about dreams at the library and thinking more about dreams having meaning, having significance. And it was right around that time where I first started to record my dreams, or at least jot down what I could remember. So yes, while I'm not necessarily an expert, I do have quite a bit of experience with being able to dream and be aware of when I'm dreaming, which can be a challenge, and it is a practice. So I do just want to also acknowledge that, whether you have the intention to start remembering your dreams, start jotting them down, it does take practice and it takes consistency for you to kind of settle into a routine, play around with things that might work or might not work for you, to help you dream. So yeah, let's get on into it. So something that's really important about dream state, and I'm going to call it dream state because there is a difference, right? When we're dreaming and when we're awake, we have two different ways of being. And, me and my dreams, because I have practiced, because I have a nice routine, I know when I'm dreaming. And through that, most of the time, I am able to travel when I want to travel. I'm able to maybe bring some people in or find people. I'm able to decide and choose for myself what I want to do in my dreams, where I want to go. So one thing that's really important is first letting go of the day, right? Because when you are trying to settle into your bed and there's still stuff going on in your head, you're not giving your body that ability to relax because you're still focusing on everything that happened or whatever it is in your mind. So one way that can help you kind of settle into your body a little bit more at night is maybe to practice some yoga asana, some yoga postures that might help you to settle a bit more into your body. Practicing breath work, so certain pranayama that you can bring in to kind of slow your breath down. And I intend to put more videos helping you get into that state as well, so stay tuned. Something that also really helps me at nighttime is taking a shower. So when I want to wash the day away from me, I'll hop in the shower. Water itself can also be really nice to help soothe you and come more into that, meditative state so that you can ease into that dream state a little bit easier. So showering might be a good idea. Welcoming in aromatherapy, so whether you have a candle that you want to light while you're starting your routine, just make sure that you blow the candle out before you actually go to bed. Bringing in any oils or lotions to help you actually connect with your body and start settling in there. Plants. So I really connect with lavender. And I do have lavender growing in the garden. So often I will cut a couple of sprigs of lavender and just put them around my pillow or my partner's pillow. So we kind of have a little perimeter. I'll even put them on the windowsill sometimes. And it's, as it dries, it continues to keep that beautiful light smell. So that you're bringing that intention in, right, to start relaxing and settling down. Lavender is also great if you experience anxiety. I also have a lavender spritzer. So this was made at a lavender farm, and you can spray or make your own lavender on your pillow. So that way you're smelling it and really, settling in. Your head is starting to take it in as well, and maybe those thoughts start to go away a little bit more. One of my friends picked up a bundle of mugwort branches for me at a local metaphysical store. Mugwort is a very powerful plant to work with if you are trying to remember your dreams and do some actual work in your dreams, which is very possible to do. So I do recommend, if you're new to dreaming consciously or just, starting to begin that sort of practice, maybe wait a little bit for mugwort just because it is so powerful. It is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. A very beautiful plant to work with. Just can be a lot. So I'll continue to share my own routine or things that I like to bring in, but I'm going to talk a little bit more now about, what might happen when we are in dream state. So, there's not a lot of science backing up what astral projection is. Again, I'm going from my own experience, and I certainly know and feel it in my body. When I am dreaming, my soul, right, which is separate from the physical body, is leaving and traveling who knows where. Sometimes I know, sometimes I don't. And that is why sometimes, you wake up in the morning and it's really hard for you to be in your body, right? You're just already feeling so tired in your head, already feeling very anxious. Sometimes I wake up and I don't even know where I am. So if you've ever experienced that, especially after being out of a vivid dream, chances are you've probably left your body for a little bit. So if that is something that you believe in and you think that you experience that when you are sleeping, it is very important for you to bring these different things in to protect yourself. And again, everything that I share is what I'm trying to help you with. I'm not trying to scare you at all. Fear is an emotion that we can learn from and grow with. However, fear can also hold us back. So just be mindful of that. If you're noticing some fears as I'm telling you about this, that's completely valid. Dream state can be pretty scary. As long as you remember that you are dreaming, or you are starting to intentionally, be open to what your dreams might mean. That is when you might start to shift out of that fear. So something that can really be helpful especially if you wake up and you're already feeling anxiety or like you haven't slept at all, is going out in nature and finding rocks that you can put under your bed. You can also find like a weighted blanket. So rocks, weighted blankets, these are going to help you keep your body grounded and heavy so that when when your soul is ready to come back in, you feel like your body has actually rested and it feels relaxed. Sometimes when we're not taking that time to ground ourselves, like, right, our bodies, I don't know if my body has ever levitated, but it's that feeling of not being grounded, not being in your bed and feeling your body. Something else that might help you ground, and again, is just something that you might need to bring in consistently, is a dream journal. Whatever you can remember. It doesn't have to be the whole dream. Sometimes I can remember at least what I think was my whole dream state. Sometimes when I wake up, I just remember little snippets, and I trust that that's what I need to write down. And maybe, as you know, it might come back to you later on in your day, or you might be like, oh, wait a minute, I think I dreamt this, right? When we take the time to journal, any sort of journaling rather than just dream journaling, right? We're taking ourselves out of our heads and we're putting whatever is in our heads down onto something concrete. So journaling might be a great bedtime routine for you, especially if you notice those thoughts, right? Get them out of your head, put them down on paper. Doesn't have to make sense. As long as you're just getting it out, you're writing it down. There you go. Let's see, what else? Aside from rocks under your bed, you can also put rocks and stones under your pillow or nearby to help you dream or sleep. So, this is just a pebble that I found out in the woods when I was on a walk. I always have it under my bed now. And I like to put stones, crystals, rocks out on my windowsill, either at nighttime if I'm not using them, or during the day, just to help them charge and get some fresh air from out under my pillow. I also have started to sleep with a shell. Shells are great. Stones are great symbols of protection. Shells can also be quite soothing. So maybe you hold on to a shell while you're starting to wind down for bed. A couple of stones that I really like to work with when dreaming. My amethyst is always my go-to. I've always connected with amethyst, purple stones. And amethyst, you just want to be mindful that it is quite sensitive to sunlight. So if you are going to charge it, you do want to put it in the moonlight, in the darkness. Which goes to say for a lot of stones that you want to, if you want to work with them in your dream state. Many stones that are for that specific purpose, you want to charge in the moonlight. And now this stone, I believe, is howlite. I'm not sure specifically what all my stones are. This feels like howlite to me. Howlite can be great, again, for soothing anxiety and stress. If you experience nightmares, howlite can be really great to work with as well. But if you are, new to crystals and stones, my number one recommendation is to just, go in and notice what you're drawn to, because chances are that's exactly the stone that you're looking for. You just might not be aware of it. Like dreams. Something else that it can be great for protection or just feeling comforted are stuffies. So you can see, like I grew up always with stuffies around my bed, or at least one stuffy to hold on to. Again, especially if you wake up often, you don't know where you are. or you just wake up feeling scared or anxious, it can be really nice to just find a friend to hug and hold on to also help you come back in and, you know, feel less in your head. Something else, depending on you, that you might want to try for your bedtime routine to help you come into sleep is some warm water, maybe some tea with lavender or chamomile. I like to finish drinking tea at least 2 hours before I actually go to bed, just so I'm not waking up in the middle of the night and disturbing my dream state. And that might be something that you need to play around with, depending on how quickly your body eliminates tea and liquids. So, I've kind of thrown a lot in this video. Of course, this is a video, so you can go back, you can pause, you can take as many breaks as you like. Notice what resonates with you and just leave the rest behind. But this might hopefully help you to, you know, bring some more intention in and realize that, you know, whatever you do dream or experience in your dream state, you are experiencing it for a reason. Even if you just believe that, you know, you're staying in your body and it's your subconscious going to work, the subconscious is always showing up. And of course, because it's subconscious, we don't always realize what is in front of us. But when we start to become more aware, maybe start jotting our dreams down, you might start to notice similar patterns, or maybe similar symbols, like the same animal you see, or you keep going to the same places, you keep meeting the same people, right? It all has significance. And one thing that I just remembered that can help you to bring that intention in as you start settling down for bed is to pray, ask for guidance, whatever your religion, spirituality is that you connect with. You can ask for help. You can pray and say, you know, I ask that you help me remember my dreams. I ask that I am safe when I'm dreaming. And I ask, you know, whatever it is that you ask for. You get to choose. And you are always guided. You are always supported. And sometimes, as scary as it may be, when you are experiencing a very vivid dream, you are experiencing it for a reason. So feel free to share any techniques, any routines, any rituals that you like to bring in that help you settle into that dream state, or come out of that dream state. Yeah. And as I said, I will continue to offer different tips, some breathing practices to help you settle into that place where you can start opening up to your dream state. So I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Feel free to share if anything helps or doesn't help. And see you sometime soon.